Have you ever just felt this deep, pulling need for a real change? I mean, a complete reinvention of who you are? Well, nature actually gives us the perfect metaphor for this: the butterfly. It's not just about small improvements, it's about becoming something else entirely. So today, we're going to dig into the psychology behind your personal metamorphosis, and we'll use nature's most incredible transformation as our guide. Let's dive in.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's not about making a few tiny tweaks here and there. We're talking about a full-on deconstruction and then a total rebuilding of what we believe. It's a psychological rebirth, and that's exactly the journey we are mapping out together today. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the two different kinds of change. Then we'll walk through the three big stages: the larva, the chrysalis, and the butterfly. After that, we're going to give you a practical toolkit you can actually use. And we'll wrap up by looking at what makes our own transformation so unique: the incredible power of choice. Okay, first things first. To really get this, we have to understand that there are two totally different types of metamorphosis happening. One is completely driven by biology, it's automatic. And the other, well, that one is powered by something much more interesting: our own mind. So here's the key difference. A butterfly's transformation is pre-programmed. It's just a biological thing that has to happen. Our change, though, is a psychological journey. It's a deep, fundamental shift in who we are, the way we think, and what we believe. And the amazing part is, it's a path we can actually choose to walk down. So let's start with stage one, the larva. Think of this as our old self, the life we're living right now. This is the starting line, where those very first whispers of change start to make themselves heard. A caterpillar basically has one job: eat and grow. That's it. Now, think about your own life for a second. What are your current habits optimized for? Is it comfort, maybe security, or just avoiding risk? Recognizing these patterns is the absolute first step. It's that moment of awareness where you think, maybe there's more to life than just crawling along in my comfort zone. So what is it that pushes us out of that cozy spot? Well, as you can see, it can be a lot of different things. Sometimes it's a massive life event that just shakes our whole world. Other times, it's way quieter, like a single idea you read in a book that gets stuck in your head and just won't leave. And, sometimes that push just comes from inside us, a little voice getting louder and louder, saying we're meant for more. I want you to take a second and really think about this for yourself. Has there been something recently, an event, a challenge, maybe a new idea, that's making you question your own larva stage? Pinpointing your catalyst, that's what gives your journey a real sense of purpose. All right, now we come to the hardest part of the journey, the chrysalis. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. It's just still and quiet. But on the inside, it's a scene of complete, chaotic, and absolutely necessary meltdown. Okay, this is where the biology is just mind-blowing. Inside that quiet little shell, a process called apoptosis is going on. The caterpillar is literally digesting itself, dissolving its old body into this nutrient-rich goo. I mean, think about that. It has to completely fall apart before it can ever be rebuilt. And this is such a perfect picture of what happens to us, isn't it? The chrysalis stage is where we have to face our old beliefs, our deepest fears, our identities. It is messy, it's uncomfortable, and it's filled with self-doubt. It honestly feels like you're falling apart, because in a way, you are. You're letting go of who you were to make room for who you're about to become. And let's be real, this is the phase where you're going to face the most resistance. The fear of the unknown will start to creep in. You'll realize just how strong a grip those old habits have on you. Heck, sometimes the people around us might try to pull us back without even meaning to. It's so important to remember that all of this is a totally normal, expected part of the great remodeling. The whole game is just to keep going, right through the discomfort. But after all that dissolution comes the reformation. If you can navigate the chrysalis, you emerge. This is the butterfly stage, where you finally start to live as your new self. So how on earth does a beautiful, complex butterfly come out of that cellular soup? Well, the secret is incredible. It's these things called imaginal discs. They are these tiny, tiny clusters of cells that somehow survive the entire breakdown. They hold the complete genetic blueprint for the butterfly, and they use the energy from that dissolved caterpillar to build everything new: the wings, the eyes, the whole shebang. I mean, what a powerful idea for us. Your imaginal discs are your core values, your unique strengths, your new insights. They're the parts of you that hold the potential for who you really want to become. During that struggle in the chrysalis, you learn how to tap into these, and you use them as the building blocks for your new identity. Now, at first, being this new you might feel a little weird, like you're putting on an act. But with time and practice, you get to integration. Your new mindset, your new behaviors, they stop being something you have to try to do, and they just become who you are. You're not just acting like a butterfly anymore, you are one.
Okay, so understanding the stages is one thing, but actually getting through them is something else entirely. So let's get you set up with a practical toolkit to help you on your own metamorphosis.
Your number one most powerful tool, especially during that tough chrysalis stage, is mindfulness. It's simply the practice of watching your thoughts and feelings, the fear, the doubt, the discomfort, without getting totally swept away by them. It creates this little pocket of calm space where you can choose how to respond instead of just blindly reacting. And here's a super simple way to start. Just find a quiet spot and sit for a few minutes. Watch your thoughts come and go, like clouds passing in the sky. You don't have to fix them or fight them. Just acknowledge them. Oh, look, there's that fear again. And then just let them drift by. This simple act builds incredible mental muscle over time. The second tool is a bit more active. This is all about becoming a detective of your own mind. You learn to spot the limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck. Those old stories like, I'm not good enough, or I could never change. Then you actively challenge them. You ask yourself, hey, is that really true? What's a better, more empowering belief I could choose instead? And to make this really practical, here's a simple little tracker you can use. Every week, just identify what stage you feel like you're in. Log a few minutes of mindfulness each day, and make a quick note of one limiting belief you challenged. This takes it from being an abstract idea to a concrete weekly practice. And all of this brings us to what is maybe the most profound difference between our journey and the butterflies. It's the difference between raw instinct and conscious intention. See, a caterpillar has zero choice in the matter. It's on autopilot, driven by this unavoidable biological program. Its goal is just survival. But our path? It's totally different. We have this incredible capacity for conscious choice. Our transformation isn't just about surviving, it's about self-actualization, about becoming everything we have the potential to be. We actually get to decide what we become. So in the end, this journey of metamorphosis isn't something that just happens to you. It's a journey you consciously and bravely choose to take. The struggle, the dissolution, the rebuilding, it's all part of a path toward becoming more fully yourself. That potential is already there, inside you, just waiting. So, your chrysalis is waiting. What will you choose to become?